Hey everybody, want a wisdom here. This is a brand new recording session. This is early Friday morning, November 30th. Last time I recorded, actually wanted to last night, but I could never get the audio to line up, or the sound anyway. I think I recorded chapter 9 and 10, probably Tuesday night or something. Anyway, what I'm doing now, before I want to go in and do more of the chapters, but before I get too far away from what I've done, I want to pick up what we missed. I'm here in chapter 5. Obviously I'm just going to do that deal where I piecemeal them together. I think it actually worked pretty well, and more importantly, I mean, once you've gotten an item like the treasure chest, for example, the winged sapphire, they don't reappear. So if me recording the level, it's kind of pointless, but anyway, what we're looking for here is only the legendary treasure. We actually got everything else the first time around. I think it's going to be right up here. If you remember, whenever we played through this level, there was one of those guys, can't think of their names, there's so many new enemies, but yeah, basically the guy with the bag of bombs. And I kind of killed him, and I think we needed him, to get a bomb to throw at an area, unfortunately. So I'm pretty sure that's it. I feel like we covered everything else. So as you can see, we've got the machine ghost back, which he's a really cool character. There's a wall right here where I'm shooting, and when you drop down here, it's the feat of strength with the giant. There's a treasure chest on that island. Obviously they don't respawn either, which is again in part why I don't record everything here. Anyway, I think this will kind of give you an idea roughly where I'm at. It'll be that portion there where the giant can drop off to the left.
Don't worry, you'll get this.
And there's more blocks over here, the ice cubes you have to actually melt. Let's see. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
I couldn't remember if we had to do that or if we actually had to hit that. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, crystal shards. Yeah, this is where we need to be real careful.
Skylanders of the water element are strong.
Let me go ahead and switch to chill. It's basically a deal, I guess you might think to do it, but you can see there's that area up there. Seems like we got to it. I can't really remember. But where is that guy?
More ice odors.
Okay, so he's up there. Let me try and we do not want to kill him at all under any circumstance. So let's try to lure these little Mohawk Cyclops guys down here. Okay, that would have been bad. God, now he's got armored ones. Okay, let me just grab this and throw it up here. Okay. Now we've lured this guy back, which will be great. We'll just go ahead and take him out. Again, the armored ones, the hard part's getting the armor off of them. I just hope that our primary attacks don't hone in on the bomb guy. I think he's pretty well planted up there, but I want to be real careful not to kill him. Okay, let me try and figure out what we have to bomb here. I think this is what we need to do. Okay, there's a teleporter. Let me grab this. Okay. I don't really care about taking damage, I just don't want to kill him. That's it. Seems fairly simple, but that's how you get up there. You basically have to have a bomb to break that. If you recall, at the beginning of the level, you can drop down kind of to the left bottom of the screen, kind of past that plank that comes from the little piece of the ship, and you actually get a bomb. You can throw it to an island below, and I think that was the Luck-O-Tron wheel, maybe, if I'm remembering right. It's been a while since I played Chapter 5, but that's it. To get this, you need to, obviously you don't have to blow up this first wall, but the teleporter's over there. You basically have to have a bomb from that guy, so we'll go ahead and grab it. As you can see, this is the floral reef paint job. I know what it should look like, but I'm not sure what the game will make it look like. I kind of, that green we threw on the ship's kind of growing on me. I might put this on, and we can always switch about. It seems to be different masts, different wings or engines, maybe sails if I'm remembering right, and then in this case the paint job. So we'll see. Throw one on, go with what we like. But that is our legendary treasure here in Chapter 5. Okay, so it's plus 100 gold again. I think this is in right past like crystal shards. I think it was something cactus or another. But anyway, we'll go ahead and pause it, take a look here. Alright, as you can see, we've got our 2 stars now. Basically, I just need to come in and complete the level. Anyway, legendary treasure. It was the floral reef paint job in Chapter 5. If I remember right, I think we got everything in Chapter 6. But I'll basically complete this level and then come back into 6, 7, and 8. Make sure we've got everything there. And essentially, I'll just kind of try to play up to a point right before where I think the item is, then start recording. If I miss it, I'll cut that part out. For some reason, I like get to it and I can't really reenact what I had to do to get there. I'll just come in and kind of explain it as best I can. It'll be fresh on my mind. But that's it in Chapter 5. This is legendary treasure. Only thing we missed. This is kind of a short level, but it's got a bit of depth to it, but pretty enjoyable. Nonetheless, I'm going to end it here. We'll come back again, and I think it's going to be Chapter 7 that I pick up recording in. So I'm going to try to get this stuff cranked out so I can hopefully record maybe 2 chapters tonight, hopefully, and go from there. But as always, thanks for watching. I will catch you back here shortly. Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. Just basically continuing on here in part 50, picking up what we missed in chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. Where we left off, chapter 5, we missed a legendary treasure. Basically just had to have a bomb to get the paint job. Here in actually chapter 6, if you recall, we got everything. That was the canyon level. Then here in chapter 7, again, all that we were missing is a legendary treasure. If you recall, when we went through Chapter 7, I actually found the legendary treasure, and I assumed that was the direction we needed to go to complete the level, and so I kind of went down into that cave, and as it turns out, that's the direction you needed to go to complete the level. To me, it seemed like that would kind of be like your secondary area with the bonus items. And then, I just assumed you'd have to like ride those crates and, go back up to the top or something to complete it. I was wrong, but it happens. It was one of those things, though. Sadly, even though you see it and know it's there, you can't actually backtrack to get it, which really sucks. It basically means you have to replay the level. So that's what we're doing. Obviously, I don't record the whole level anymore, just because everything's gone, so it would kind of be boring. But like I say, part of that, I do plan to do a nightmare recording. So where I'm at right now, I just switched back into Willikin World. When you're with a giant, you can pick that stone up, drop down in there. I think it's, I don't know, a couple items, can't really remember for sure, but right here I think it's called the Cliffside Path. I wonder if okay. I wonder if you couldn't just like drop off directly onto those crates and kind of save some trouble. Shroom Boom's probably not the character to have here. If you recall, I actually had to use Fright Rider to get under that like band of 9 of them or something. That said, I think there was a treasure chest back there. Could have been something in here, I don't really remember. Granted though, if you've done heroics, particularly the speed ones, Shroom Boom may be a little better here, but Okay. So you basically have to clear everything out here. Those light bulbs are, yeah, 35. I noticed that earlier in this level. In the past, I'd never really had time to kind of put a value on individual items, but that was pretty impressive. Elementalist, not quite sure what that's in relation to. If it's obviously it's a quest item, but
He shoots, he scores.
you know, we had 2,500 out of 7,500, so yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Let's see. I think it's gonna be over here. Trying to remember. Let me just go ahead and switch here. There's a chance he could do it. It's just so much easier.
Yeah, the
You know,
spear.
if you've got either A, a character with speed, or B, you know, like undeads, you know, generally have that secondary move that's about speed. Shroom Boom would not have made that. Okay, let's see. Yes, what I did last time, instead of doing this, I actually went the other direction, and apparently that was a mistake on my part. You know, at the time it seemed like I just kind of thought you'd have to do it this way, and clearly I was wrong. The good news is we've kind of figured it out, so somewhere over here I think it's going to be where it's at. Yeah, I think we'll have to pick these up. Let me switch to I guess we'll do Bouncer. Hadn't done him in a while since he's been on the pool table.
Deal with the wheel.
Trying to make sure we don't fall. There it is. So that's all there is to it. We'll go ahead and pick it up. Alright, so this is called the Eagle Engine. It's our legendary treasure here in Chapter 7, Willikin Village. Plus 100 gold. Yeah, I need to use Bouncer more. He's on level 2. That said, we'll come in now. As you can see, we've 2-starred it. Over here, we had everything from the first playthrough except the legendary treasure. Again, I did actually find it. I just made the mistake of, instead of going up the hill first, I went into the cave. Me assuming the cave, you know, it's generally the cave is almost always like your bonus area, and you actually then have to leave and go back up the hill, you know. Apparently that's not the strategy in Chapter 7, so one of those deals, you know, if you do like I did, you will actually have to replay it to get there, but, you know, not a big deal. Just since we're here, let me... Yeah, this is that last little segment there, you know, if you didn't take the hill, you'd kind of be coming in that way. Let's just go in here. I'm gonna skip that, but you know, this is actually the cave that'll then take you down. So you could conceivably come back out here and go to it, but once you exit the cave, that's kind of the point of no return, which, like I said, I, you know, was unaware of. Obviously, it's a blind playthrough, so that stuff's gonna happen, but I'm gonna go in here, actually go through the cave. I'll switch back to I guess the non-Willikin world, so we'll have blue there. I can kind of regenerate health. I don't think I need any, but that's it. That's how you get the legendary treasure in Chapter 7. Again, it's you're probably gonna see it when you play through. It's just a matter of if you do like I did and went in the cave on accident or something. So that's all we needed here. I'm actually going to finish this level, and then we'll come in Chapter 8, go ahead and pick up what we missed there, and then it's still pretty early on in the night. I should be able to record a couple chapters. So nonetheless, thanks for watching, and we'll be back here as we venture off to Chapter 8. Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. We are in Chapter 8, going through Chapters 5 through 8, picking up what we missed. Just completed Chapter 7, Willikin Village. Got the legendary treasure there. Here, we're in obviously Chapter 8 Troll Home Security. We're missing one area, and then in addition to the legendary treasure, this time we're actually missing the winged sapphire. If you recall from last time, we kind of came in here. I wondered if you couldn't go in there. Primarily, anytime you see like a little access point, that's a good sign there's probably something hidden. You take this bounce pad up, and then instead of bouncing up here, you actually go into the stack. That said, I think I see what I missed. Like I've said several times, it's really smart to like walk the perimeters. If you note, as I stand here, you can kind of see that little drop-off area. I'm going to do that. So, yeah. That's it. That's our winged sapphire there. Probably really easy to miss this one. I do not think you can see it even from here. Note that you can actually drop down there. Maybe you could. Generally, probably what happened to me is I came out of that stack, got back up, and just, since everything was right there, assumed it was good to go. But that's it. That's pretty early on in the level. As you can see, Callie's right there. This will be the first gate that she set explosives up for us to use. But that's it. As you can see here, I'll go ahead and show you before we end. But got the winged sapphire. Now I'm going to go pick up the legendary treasure. Kind of figured out where that was in my hard save file, so I'll go try to get back to that point. It's a ways off, or I just stay in the recording session. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and here in a little bit I will be back and show you where the legendary treasure is. Hey everybody, want to wheeze them here. We're still here in Chapter 8 Troll Home Security. We picked up the winged sapphire there by that, I think it's called the coal stack, that little oven you can bounce into. The winged sapphire is actually there to the back of that. But as you can see, we're still missing an area, and then we need our legendary treasure. Where I found this, it's probably going to be real easy to... Okay. Probably going to be real easy to miss this one. But if you recall right here, you bounce up, Fangs is back this way, you play him Skystones. If you recall, when I came over here, I said, hey, there's Gurglefin.
Skylanders.
It's Otoro.
Hey, great to meet you. You guys sure did a number on that creep Chaos, and I can't thank you enough for it.
He's some sort of a Gilman, but, this is just the start of it. And what you want to do, you can actually go either way, but I'm going to come up here. You can kind of see that little opening in the side of the castle here. Right there, as a matter of fact. As weird as this seems, that's where we're going to be going. So, you got to hand it to him. This one was pretty well hidden. I think I mentioned this in the first playthrough, how you could like see the scoring on the pavement there, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, that shows where you can send the blocks and everything. It's been there since, Spyro's Adventure, but there's really no point, you would think, to send the block all the way over there. And as you can see now, you've got access to that if you can get there. And the way that you get there, Chill's not quite quick enough just yet to make that dash. Box stock, I think, well, Zap could do it, but then maybe like Slam Bam's Ice Slide. But it's easier, in all honesty, to just do this beforehand. When I found it, I'd actually had all the blades spinning already and then realized it. My advice, just come in and move the block, then you don't have to mess with that. But for those of you that like Skystones, you're in for a treat. As you can see, this is all areas found. We're going to go ahead and break everything here. Note that back there you can already see the legendary treasure. That's another paint bucket for the Dread Yacht. But right here, go ahead, Gurglefin, you know who he is.
Hey, Skylander, wanna play me at Skystones? It sure beats Go Fish, I'll tell you that.
His voice sounds pretty much the same. It may be slightly different, but I mean, if it is, barely noticeable, unlike some of the others. But we'll go ahead and play him.
Fantastic. Here we go.
Alright, so that's the stones they suggest. Sometimes I really wonder about that. I feel like I could pick better. Okay, obviously you've got to beat him to get there. I wouldn't be recording this, so, you know. Let's see.
Droll Lancemaster.
You'll just kind of fight fire with fire here.
Mace Major.
I could have sworn that guy had 2 on the bottom. Oh, that's right, we have 3 on the top, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking, I'm kind of getting tired, but anyway, that may have been a bad strategy because we don't really have anything that can top that, but yeah, we'll make do somehow, I suppose. Let's go ahead and just do the Inhuman Shield, I guess.
Inhuman Shield. Mace Major.
Okay, we kind of need to take a stone, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Archean Jouster.
There's really no way being that in the corner for him to come in and actually take it, so, you know, go 1-up in that regard.
Droll Lancemaster.
Okay, so it's an interesting play. We just dropped several frames there too for some reason. I hadn't been doing that in Skylanders for a while, but yeah, I think we may lose this one in all honesty. But yeah, not much we can do there.
Riveter. You win.
Oh, how about that? So, final score 5-4. I guess we got lucky. He really should have won that one.
Stone collected.
Okay, drops a few more frames there, but we picked up Riveter, which is a great stone. It's one that, as I went through the game, I was thinking, man, why don't I have that? And now I know why, because, you know, I went through and obviously missed this in this save file. So.
Hey, are you sure you didn't cheat? Dare I say that something's fishy here?
Alright, so he's still got a good sense of humor.
Wanna play me at Skystones? It sure beats Go Fish, I'll tell you that.
Anyway, let's just go ahead and do this for good measure. Mainly, I feel like this video will be fairly short. Hopefully it doesn't drop any frames. As you can see, Riveter is now in the mix. I kind of miss my 3 and 3 stones, you know, the ones, the Droll Lancemaster. Can't think of the other one, but I kind of like taking the corners, you know, when I have the chance. That said, we'll try to make do here with our new stones. On my other save file, I, you know, did not play them again. I was just kind of in a hurry to get back to this, so. It's kind of hard to know what to do.
Droll Lancemaster.
I really kind of like it, and, you know, that's one of my stones right there. I kind of enjoy having that one. But anyway, now we'll come in and basically blindside him. Granted, he could do the same to us, but, you know,
Archean Jouster.
We'll run with it. You know. Kind of cool anytime you get to take 2 stones, which that was a really, seems like you should have played him in the corner. Well, I guess that's just my strategy. Anyway, let's see. It's really sad not having anything with 3 on the other side, you know. I guess we will, go ahead and just use this one, I guess, since that way our others, depending on where he plays, should be a better play. Riveter is a good stone, you know.
Mace Major.
Alright, so now that he did that, we can basically come in. Sadly, you know, I can't take Trogmander back, but we'll just go ahead and
Inhuman
take
shield.
that stone. Basically wrap up the win, you know.
D-Riveter. You win.
Alright. So beat him 6-3 that time. And 125. We'll call it good there. I don't really want to drag everybody through that, but it does give cash right after that. That's usually a sign you're not going to get a good stone. You know, you play long enough, maybe you'll get like a little chompy 1-point stone or something. But anyway, legendary treasure is found. That's what we were after. This is the fire sale paint job.
Victory.
+1 gold, or I'm sorry, +100 gold. As you can see now, we have found the final area, which is right in here, this little cave, which is, like I said, very well hidden. To my credit, I did see those tracks. I just didn't think, oh gee, I should push that block, go back up, drop down, and go in. You know, so yeah, it's well hidden, but you know, one of those deals. You can probably catch it the first time if you're thinking about it. Main thing is though, just got our legendary treasure, and then earlier on in the level, very close to the start actually, we got the winged sapphire. So we are basically done here. Obviously, I've got to go through and complete the level in order to get it to register, but that's it. This is basically, once I have it all spliced in together, it'll be part 50. Basically everything we missed in chapters 5 through 8, which I think it was a legendary treasure in 5, 7, and 8. And then the winged sapphire here in chapter 8 was also a miss. Chapter 6 got everything, so that said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and whip through this one real quick, and then I will come back in, I think, and start on 10 or 11, I can't really remember now. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's what I'm going to do. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of use this 4 chapters at a time. I did what we missed in 1 through 4. This one's what we missed 5 through 8. And then I'll do it 9 through 12. And then probably 13 through 15, kind of leading up to the final chapter. So, in my other save file, a hard one I have, just in case this one doesn't unlock Nightmare. I think it does, but early on some people were saying they're, you know, didn't do it if they did it on easy or something. But nonetheless, you know, I'll slowly be catching up on that one. I'm trying to use, you know, like the legendaries and Granite Crusher and whatnot, so we can hopefully upgrade everybody roughly the same time. But that's it, part 50. Hopefully helps you out. Again, some of this stuff, it's really hard to see, like that winged sapphire. Others like this, you know, if you're taking your time through the level, I think you'd probably, you know, wonder about it and then kind of realize there's a cave there. But if not, you know, now you know. Hopefully it helped you out. As always, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+. Questions and comments you can ask on YouTube, but for a much, much quicker response, I suggest the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. Again, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this up and then go back and start picking up where I left off in the blind playthrough.